Thanks a lot. Welcome. Thanks for the sun in the sky. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the clouds so high. Welcome everyone to another live stream lesson. So glad that you can join me. I am so happy to share this song with you. We've got a really wonderful lesson to share. I'm so glad you're here. We're going to be in a moment acknowledging and interacting with all the folks who are already in the room. Thank you for joining me. Whether you're joining live or as a replay, please say hello in the chat. Let me know where you're at, and then we're going to get right into the lesson. Today's lesson is going to be a song called Thanks a Lot. It's a song with just one chord, okay? You can get the song sheet at the link down below. Everything you need will be right here in the lesson, so hope you'll stick around. We're also going to learn a melodic refrain, a nice ending. Bonus content this month on my Patreon page will take you deeper into the fingerstyle version that I'm going to share with you, and also how this melody can be a nice springboard for your own improvisations. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me okay. So glad you're here. We got folks from all over. Grant Hughes, glad you're here. Spending a relaxing Sunday morning watching Monterey Bay's jellyfish cam. That sounds like a cool way to start the day. Michael is here in the house from the mountains of California. So glad you're here again. Bob is in the house. Thank you. Andy from Vancouver, BC. Barry, hey, from Brewster, close to where I grew up. Glad you're back, man. Pete is here from Ohio. Any friends from Europe in the house? Randall's here in Hawaii. Someone asked if my son remembered the time change. No, he did not. He woke up the same time as before. Glad you're here. Kathleen's in the house from Colorado. Maybe right outside your door, Kathleen, it looks a little something like this. Maybe it did this morning. This is a song of gratitude. This is Thanksgiving season. Later this month, there's going to be an 8-part Hanukkah series for the holiday of Hanukkah. I want to get right into this lesson and start with me just demoing the song. My lesson plan is that I'm going to play the song for you, and you can just strum along any way you like. Then I'm going to break it down a bit more. We're going to learn this simple refrain, a simple intro, and we'll also do some vocal warm-up, okay? I'm so glad you're here. Please say hello in the chat. And Tineke is here. Hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, from the Netherlands. Pirate Jenny is in the house. Glad to see you as always, Jenny. Divine Mother Wisdom is here. Please share a link to this video with your friends. I'm so grateful you're here. And if there's anybody here, before we get started, anybody here from Florida, just last night I presented a concert for the Tampa Bay Ukulele Getaway. It was a blast. Thanks for having me. It was wonderful to join you. So we got folks in the house from Israel, from Germany, from Bulgaria. Wow, this is great. This is a song that everybody can relate to. Now, this song is often thought of as a children's song, but don't be fooled by that. This is a song that can take you real deep. I'm going to demo it for you. I think you'll quickly pick up on the melody, so please sing along or just listen. Maybe you'd like to strum with just a punctuating chord on the downbeat, or feel free to strum along any way you like. Let's play. I'll demo the song a little bit, and then we will get right into the lesson. Thanks a Lot by Rafi. Here we go. Play us chord C. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the sun in the sky. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the clouds so high. Thanks for the whispering wind. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the birds in the spring. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the moonlit night. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the stars so bright. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the wonder in me. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the way I feel. Last verse. Thanks for the animals, thanks for the land, thanks for the people everywhere. Thanks a lot. Thanks for all I've got. Thanks for all I've got. Thank you, everyone. Just a quick off-the-cuff version. I did drop a little delay, a little echo in there to add some ambience. What a beautiful song. If I had some bandmates with me, you could imagine that this could have, it sounds like a Native American prayer, or a prayer from many other spiritual traditions where there's just a heartbeat. And I'd like to set one of those up for you right now with my loop pedal. Let me know how you're feeling in the chat. Let's get it started with a little loop. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you hear the loop okay? So we have a nice pulse to work with. Let's begin with just singing a little bit, a vocal warm-up, a simple vocal warm-up. Breathe in deeply and sing your open C string, okay? And this is an opportunity for us just to release any judgments, any criticisms we have about our voice. Remember, no one else in the world has your voice, okay? So breathe in and sigh. Ready? Do it 3 more times. Breathe in. Singing the sound ah with a very open throat opens up the chest. You can feel it resonate in your heart. In a moment, we're going to pick and strum, but just for a moment, take some time just to warm up your voice. sigh. Make your throat soft, okay? And let's sing. Here we go. Breathing in. You can begin to pluck your C string as a reference pitch and try to sing that same pitch. Listen carefully. The more you do this, the more your voice will open up. The idea is that we're breathing in, sighing our way into the note. So you'll let a little air out first. Let's sing together. Ready? Thanks a lot. Thanks for the sun in the sky. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the clouds so high. As the refrain, we'll learn in a moment. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the whispering wind. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the birds in the spring. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the moonlit night. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the stars so bright. Strum a gentle rhythm if you like, or pick. Let's stay on the C chord just for a moment. Yeah, lock in. Let's sing. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the wonder in me. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the way I feel. Thanks for the animals, thanks for the land, thanks for the people everywhere. Thanks a lot. Thanks for all I've got. Thanks for all I've got. With me now. Thanks for all I've got. Thanks for all I've got. Thanks for all I've got. And then we would find our way into the refrain, the final refrain, which I'm going to teach you right now. How are you feeling, folks? This is a song that is very simple in its structure. The melody is hypnotic. It's a pentatonic scale melody. And we're going to go into some details. I want to let you know that this month on Patreon, for those of you who are patrons, especially at the higher tiers, we're going to learn the entire melody. And also there will be, for the folks at the deep diver level, a fingerstyle lesson as well. Okay, you can play this song any way you like. Don't forget Yoda's wisdom. You can do whatever you want with this song, any song, So let's not be too attached to how we think it should be. It is a great idea to listen to the original version by Raffi and do your own thing with it, okay? Let's all now work with these melodies. Are you enjoying yourself? I appreciate it. Nice, cool. There's almost 100 people in the room. I appreciate you joining me. Thanks a lot to you, Mary. Thanks a lot, Andre. It's a beautiful melody. Just to recap that little process with singing, you pick a note, breathe in deeply, sigh. The sigh means your chest is softening, your vocal cords are softening. This is very different than singing from the top of your lungs, which would be like this. Ah, and forcing it out, right? If you imagine you're filling your lungs up from the bottom to the top and then letting a little bit of air out, like a balloon, you're letting a little bit of air out first with a sigh. Ah. This takes some time, it takes some warming up, and you know, it's a practice. Practice means we do it again and again. It's not supposed to be perfect the first time. Practice is hanging out with yourself in a kind way. So we breathe. Thanks a lot. Bringing some attention to the pitch now. Let's play this refrain. I'm going to zoom in on my hands. If you're enjoying what I'm offering here, there's a link down below to an upcoming webinar. I'll tell you more about it, but there's a link down below, and patrons get a discount. Next week, I won't be here on YouTube. I will be teaching that webinar. You get a jam track, there's a concert, whole bunch of cool stuff for you. Let's learn this refrain. 3rd fret, 2nd string, play that note. Thanks. You see, I already hear I'm singing more in tune just from doing it a few times. When you get in the habit of breathing and sighing into the note, thanks, the music emerges in a much more relaxed way. The next 2 notes are the open A string and then the open E string. Let's just make friends with that. Okay, do it again with me. 2, 3, 4. Thanks a lot. Before we move on, you can start to create a chord melody simply by placing your finger in the exact same spot, strumming the strings. Works great on low or high G tuning. See, little chord melody. Thanks. Now open string. Ah, all 3 strings again. La. And you can follow that with a little alternating fingerstyle. Okay, so here it is. We have a kind of a quasi chord melody. See what I did? Starting to fill it in. You can, of course, just play it as single notes. Let's try it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. I like to play this with of a Travis style. I'll get into that in the bonus content for deep diver patrons this month. Let's check this out. Pentatonic melody. Thanks for the whispering winds. All right, a lot of things to be thankful for. Make up your own words. Thanks for the community. Thanks for the sun in the sky. Get in the habit of listening to your voice settle on a pitch. You have a reference pitch. Ah, sky. All right, let's try this together. Remember Yoda's ukulele wisdom, do your own thing. The way Raffi records it is his refrain in between the verses is just these 2 bars, right? I made it a full 4 bars long. That's just the way I like to play it. But, you know, you do your thing. You can also create an introduction by playing the first 2 bars twice and then playing this. Okay, so that would sound like this as a little introduction. 1, 2, join in with me. And then move on. Okay, just learning it slowly. Let's do it again. 2 more times. Let's practice it. Thanks for joining in. Thanks a lot. 1, 2, 3, and. Repeat that. Now move on. And then you can start to fill it in with any finger style you like. If you're comfortable with harmonics, you can play harmonics. I have a whole lesson about harmonics at the old YouTube channel that you're at. I hope you've clicked subscribe by now. Really appreciate that. There's a video called Circus Tricks, 90 minutes of circus tricks, and I have 3 lessons just on harmonics. You know, all the different ways that you can play gorgeous harmonics. Okay, so that's the refrain. What you can do to play this song and this is a great thing to just lead people with, especially if you want to bring this to your church or your community or any place that you want to give thanks. You could just strum the chord C. A C5 also sounds nice. That's when you play, you know, fingers 3 and 2, open, open, 3, 3. Okay, C5 or C major. And what you can do is just sing. You just sing like this. Thanks a lot. You see how I'm echoing my voice, right? So you have it's like your ukulele becomes your backup singers, right? You're playing call and response with your uke. I'm gonna play a bit, and let's just do this in the sense of you do your own thing with it, okay? I'm gonna put a little bit of echoes, a little bit of refrains. Let's go through it one more time, not only to practice the refrain and to have a wonderful time with it, but to get to the end. And then when we get to the end, I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to teach you this final refrain. Thank you for joining me. Hope you give this video a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Appreciate you being here. Check the links down below if you want to join the community at Patreon or attend my upcoming webinar. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the sun in the sky. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the clouds so high. Play the refrain. Next verse. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the whispering wind. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the birds in the spring. Refrain. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the moonlit night. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the stars so bright. Refrain. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the wonder in me. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the way I feel. Last part. Thanks for the animals. Thanks for the land. Thanks for the people everywhere. Thanks a lot. Sing with your heart here. Thanks for all I've got. Thanks for all I've got. It's such a simple song that invites a lot of musicality in the way you sing and the way you strum. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging around. Thank you, Vincent, for that generous super chat. It is a lovely song. And, I'm holding off on putting too many echoes and stuff, and we'll bring back the jam track. But it's so cool to start to play with your ukulele like it is a special effects box. So I'm going to show you right away, two simple things you can put into this one-chord song that will make your musicality like boom, like 50% more musicality. Are you ready? All right, let's do it. I just want to let you know, after I show you this, if you want, there's a special 21-month-old guest. If you'd like to see my little boy strumming, maybe he can strum with us for just 1 minute, all right? You let me know in the chat if you'd like to see that, and let's zoom in and learn the second refrain, the final refrain, okay? And there is beauty and simplicity, absolutely, Grant. There's a lot to say about how we practice and all this stuff. You've heard me say things like this before. Right now, let's just block out the motion. Good morning, Mark. So glad you're here, all the way from BC, Canada. So right there, a little chord melody. Okay, you see these two. Do, do, do. All right, then what we're going to do is we shift. We place our first finger here at the 3rd fret, 1st string. Middle finger is here at the 4th fret, and the other strings are open. For those of you who are familiar with the bar chord C, played like that or like this is just like the bar chord, but you're leaving the bar out. A nice open sound. Hear all those open strings? This sounds great on a high G as well. Hear that? All right. Then what you're going to do is you're going to slide up the middle finger to here. You can pinch these, meaning just pluck the 3rd string and the 1st string, or strum all the strings. I like to pinch them. And then move them up 2 more frets, and now we strum this beautiful ending chord. And you may notice there's an arrow. It's pointing up, but that's because you're strumming down through the strings. And then why is that squiggly line there? Some of you already know, if you're familiar with reading tablature. Squiggly line is called a harp strum. It's where you strum through it with a little more intention, You're moving through the strings a little slower, and you may even like to change your tone. You could change your tone by strumming over here or over here. You change the tone. It brings more emphasis to this final note. Let's play this together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. You hear how that last strum a little slower. I'm going to make it even more dramatic. Let's do it 2 more times. Practice is repetition with kindness. We're hanging out, all right? We're just hanging out with ourselves, taking a break from the busyness of the world. Make your practice. I highly recommend you make your practice into something that is so pleasing that your chair you practice in becomes the most comfy chair in your house, right? No stress, no rush. Go slow. Ready? 1, 2, 2 more times. And I slowed down there. Yeah. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just let it ring. Awesome, everybody. Thank you for joining in. So after you get to the last part, patrons at the $5 membership tier, we're going to learn the whole melody. This is great pentatonic vocabulary. Next time you're jamming on, a bluesy reggae or whatever. So, you're going to learn the whole melody. And then when we get to the end, thanks for the animals. Let's practice the last part. And then we'll go into that final refrain, slowing down as we get to the end. You ready? Let's do it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks for the animals. Thanks for the land. Thanks for the people everywhere. Thanks a lot. Thanks for all I've got. Thanks for all I've got. Refrain. Slow down. Yeah, and you can play your harmonics. Namaste, everyone. All blessings. So glad you're here. I appreciate you being so interested in a simple song and one that is so obviously a song of thanks. I am grateful for you joining me. So I wanted to share, as I promised, 2 simple ways of getting more musical with this, and I'm going to, but I just want to take a moment. If it's all right with you, you're all so kind. Many of you are regular, frequent flyers to my live streams and my classes, so I want to share with you an update. The other day, my little boy, we happened to record him strumming along with me. And so this is just, give me 1 minute. I know it's home movies and stuff, but give me 1 minute. Keep in mind, this is the first time my little boy Rowan, 21 months old, this is the first time he's ever heard this famous nursery rhyme in minor key. He kind of freaks out with joy, okay? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
That's some nice strumming, Bear.
Strumaholic, he will not stop.
That's some sore fingers.
Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for my master and 1 for the dame. 1 for the little bear went down the lane. Baba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full.
Yeah.
Thank you for indulging me, everybody. So that's my little guy, a little minor key Baba Black Sheep. Hey, thanks a lot for watching. Let me know where you're hailing from, where you're watching from. Merci beaucoup. Dankeschön. Dankjewel. Spasibo. Cheers. Arigato. Obrigado. I gotta learn to say thank you in every language. Thanks a lot. This will be a wonderful song to receive some translations for. So moving into next year, 2022, hoping to expand the community page at Patreon and other places so people around the world can offer their own performances and share, so we can support each other in our music missions and our aspirations to play music. Yeah, oh, thanks so much. Oh, wow, gosh, a lot of folks giving some love to my little guy. Thanks so much. You're so sweet. Thank you. I wanted to teach you a little more about, 2 simple ways to make it more musical. Can I just take 30 seconds and let you know? I know many of you are already registered. There are still some tickets left. There is a link down below for my upcoming webinar. If you've attended my webinars, you know there's a ton of value in it. You get 2 back-to-back classes. You can watch anytime as a replay, so you don't have to come live. There's a link down below for tickets. The replay includes a bonus track. I'm going to be making some funky jam tracks. I'm working on them right now. You're going to get some jam track to play with, PDF workbook. So please check the link down below if you'd like to join me. There still are some seats left. Patrons of my channel will receive a discount, and I appreciate you just listening to me share about it, because you know, I'm just grateful for you being here, and I'm grateful for your support. Thank you so much, and let me just share that link in there. 12 noon New York City time. Okay, thank you so much. Please check the links down below if you'd like to join me. And today's episode, the song Thanks a Lot. Now, musicality, it's based on how well we listen. Later, after I share this, we're going to have a brief meditation, as we do every week. I brought my singing bowl with me, and we're going to be using a 3-step process: mindfulness, concentration, insight. You do not have to be a yogi or a Buddhist to practice mindfulness. We all come into the world connected to the divine, of course, and these are universal practices to calm, to focus ourselves, and to awaken ourselves to the present moment, to come back home. So music practice for me has always been a way of doing that from the time I was a little kid. I won't tell the story now. I want to teach. So stay tuned for the meditation. As you, I shared that because when you practice, it's the quality of your listening that brings out the musicality. Let's say you're strumming. Thanks a lot. Start to listen to 2 things. This is the first thing with 2 elements: your dynamic, how loud you're playing, and your tone. Just like when we speak, when we emphasize certain words, when we speak in a loving tone, when we speak in an angry tone or a stressed tone, it's a very different message, right? So you can become very skilled with practice at actually harnessing your emotions, putting your angst into it. You know, when it's a song about that, you know, put it in. So let's practice this, okay? We're going to emphasize beat 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Notice how I'm dragging through a little heavy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 on beat 1. Okay, I like to use my thumb, but don't get hung up on which finger, because you can do this very effectively with your index finger too. Just put a little more weight into the string, like you're pushing down a little more, and drag it through. Thanks a lot. This works for every song, you know? We're down in Louisiana, across to New Orleans, you know, digging in with your dynamic. Huge thing to add musicality. Second thing, and I'm going to show you a special strum trick, is to use your tone, right? Explore. This is where it becomes meditative. How many different colors can I put into my strum? This, strumming with my thumb over here, using a bit of my flesh and nail, sounds a little different than if I strum back here and use just the nail. You know, it's brighter. So go on, right now, just explore it, okay? You do this enough and you will feel like this. Your mind will be blown of how many colors you can put into your music, all right? Are you digging this lesson so far? Can I ask you humbly to subscribe to the channel and give this a thumbs up? I appreciate you being here so much. A really cool strum, and I wish I had a guitar handy, because this is kind of from flamenco guitar. It's a strum where you strum backwards, and you can use any finger, But what you're doing is, it sounds really cool if you come close to the bridge and you're in the middle of strumming. Thanks a lot. And then let it ring and then go back. Let me zoom into my hand right now and you can see what I'm doing. Thanks a lot. Now it's helpful to break down the moment that you do this. Sometimes I use my ring finger, make it a little stiff, or you can use this finger. It's a very different tone if you make the tip of the finger a little stiff. Thanks a lot. You hear how that really, it's crunchy, it's trebly. Do you hear it? It comes through the texture, right? So if you listen to music, even for one day, you've heard things like this all the time. It's the tone in our voices that conveys the message, sometimes more than what we are saying in words, right? So the tone is huge. You can also, one bonus, you take your C5 chord like this, and you can put a nice melodic motion by adding the suspension and then open. Okay, so I'm playing the C major chord with my pinky here, but you could do it with these two fingers too. And you can hear that. Let's play this one more time and then we're going to have a brief mindfulness meditation. I'd like to bring back the jam track. Thank you so much. Oh, Nan's in the house from Salt Lake. Hey, and Linda, thank you. Oh, Trish, you're very kind. Yeah, my little guy loves to shake and strum. The first words I was teaching him were strum, not because I'm not trying to make him into a musician, but he was banging on everything, and including his little ukulele, and he was going to hurt his hand, so I told him strum. So even to this day, if he's grabbing something hard, strum means to very soft, right? Okay. Hey, you are awesome for hanging with me. Come on, let's jam a little bit. I'm going to bring back that jam track, and then we're going to go into a brief mindfulness meditation. And thank you for joining me. Please click the links down below to join the Patreon community. It's, every month just a little charge, and it really means a lot to me and my family, and you get a lot of bonus content. So we can just go into this and then end cleanly. I'm just going to share one last time. If you'd like to join me, links down below. It's going to be an awesome time. I have a lot of fun things for all levels planned. All right, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay tuned for the Hanukkah Jam later this month. Going to be 8 videos. I'll be announcing it soon. Yes, Mary. Inflection. Yes. Big deal in music. All right, so get into the groove. Come on, feel it. Start to strum. Play with musicality. Just make one chord as musical as you can. You can use that suspension trick that I was using. Suspension can go back and forth, or it can go all the way down. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the sun in the sky. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the clouds so high. Thanks a lot. in the spring. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the moonlit night. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the stars so bright. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the wonder in me. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the way I feel. Now before we move on, just play the refrain a few times. One more. One more. And thanks for the animals, thanks for the land, thanks for the people everywhere. Thanks a lot. Thanks for all I've got. 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 Final refrain. Hey, everybody. Wow, thanks so much. When sharing a song like this in person with a room full of people, this can take you real deep. In previous live streams, I've taught about beginning to improvise with the pentatonic scale, so we can, of course, explore this more. Go check out those lessons. Just take a few simple phrases like I was demoing there. Play a little something and sing it back. All right, so you go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wa-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. All right. And thank you. The soft touch, Kim. It's Tim K. The soft touch. It's all just, less effort, and that's a hard thing to learn. It sounds funny to verbalize it, but it's actually it's difficult to train yourself sometimes to be soft. And we'll get more into this. A great practice just to touch your face, touch something, and then touch the instrument with the same amount of pressure. And you'll find that, you'll develop that sensitivity. It takes time. And that's all right if it takes time. If we're enjoying every time we sit down, then cool. Oh, excellent. I get more time to spend with my instrument. That's a good thing. This delay makes me want to do a little U2 or something. I have climbed highest mountain. I gotta geek out on this delay pedal a little more. Learn some edge techniques. How you feeling out there, friends? I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. And I want to invite you now. Of course, please say hello in the chat. I appreciate you joining. I know my ukulele lessons are a bit different than others, and that's cool. Everybody's got their own style. This is my style. I'm a conservatory trained musician who's toured the world and have been practicing yoga meditation for many years, and it's brought a lot of peace to me. My music practice is part of that, and I'd like to now build a bridge between a simple breath practice and your music making with the intention of sharing something that can bring you greater relaxation, a space that you can drop into anytime that life feels overwhelming, and anytime that you just want to be more present for the wonders and the joys that are always available. So if it's all right with you, I'd like to begin. Keep in mind, I won't be here next week. That's the webinar, and there's a link to it in the video description. But I appreciate you joining me. Let's begin just wherever you are. Place your feet on the floor if you're in a chair. Maybe you'd like to sit on a cushion, or you could lay down. And just right now, in this moment, if you are free to do so, turn this thing to vibrate, or off. And just come home to the body. Take a breath in, deep breath in with me. Let it out very slowly. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out slowly. One more deep, slow breath. Exhale in a way that you soften up. And now just breathe naturally, not trying to breathe in any particular way, just being with your breath. Close your eyes, please. Or you may like to keep them open. And let's listen to this bell. And as we listen to our bell, just allow your concentration to settle on your breath. Developing concentration, not because we're focused, not because we're forcing it. Just like we don't have to try to look at a sunset. Wow, right? We just love to look at something inspiring. It's easy. Our focus naturally goes there. Allow your focus to be just a relaxed settling. And let's listen to the bell. 3 rings. Follow your breathing in and out. Thank you. Follow your breath as it enters and exits you. Remember that depth is not seriousness. Allow a half smile to bloom on your lips. How wonderful it is to breathe and to know that we are alive. Come home. Your breath is a bridge between the mind and your body. Come home to the present moment. You have an appointment. Your appointment is with life. And that appointment is scheduled for the here and the now. When the mind wanders back to the past, to the future, when your concentration leaves the present moment, that's okay. This is a practice. And the same way we practice music, we practice coming home again and again with kindness, with great compassion, with great love for ourselves and others. We come home again. Play a game with yourself and see if you can allow your concentration to settle on the in-breath all the way in, relaxing all the way out. Soften your body. Feel how the world is breathing through you. Play a game with yourself and see if you can follow 5 in-breaths, 5 out-breaths. You can gently press your fingertips into your leg or into each other. Your fingers like a rosary, like a mala bead, helping you to remain present, open to this moment, just as it is. 5 breaths, please. whatever thoughts, whatever body sensations you're experiencing, watch them pass. See how everything arises and then falls away. And you, like you're sitting on the bank of a river, watching it pass by. How fascinating is this water? Smile. Hold it the same way the banks of the river hold the river. Smile. It's good to be alive. Take a few more breaths together. Breathe in a way where you invite stability, calm, and concentration on the here and the now. If you feel called to do so, offer up a prayer of gratitude, a prayer for healing, for yourself, for a loved one, for any cause that you believe in. From this fertile ground of presence, offer a prayer if you feel called to. And when you are ready, slowly bring some movement into your fingertips and your toes. Open your eyes slowly. Thank you for practicing with me. Thank you for practicing music with me, practicing listening with me. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone. I won't be here next week, as I mentioned. There is an event. There are links down below if you'd like to join me for Caribbean styles, jamming and learning. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you and your family have a wonderful couple of weeks till we see each other here again. Beautiful day to you. Wishing you and your loved ones all the best. Thanks again. Please share my videos with others. It's a big help. And I thank you very much for joining me. All health and blessings to you and your loved ones. Thanks a lot. Happy jamming. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.